you spoke about the idea of perfection. And that's another thing that people feel as if that once you're awakened or enlightened, that you should be perfect in some way. But the idea is that if we're still in this physical form, if we're still in a human form, then we've chose to come here to play in the duality, to be in the contrast, to sometimes experience oneness, sometimes experience that infinite love, but then other times experience pain and sometimes experience separateness, because that's how we learn all the ways in which we evolve in this form, in this spiritual wheel.
So it's just about retraining your brain so that every time you resort to the same patterns of thinking, you say, oh, I'm catching myself doing that thing, so I'm going to try to do it differently this time. But if you actually do that at the beginning of the day and you say, there's a very strong possibility that I'm going to be sabotaging myself in this way, so I'm going to, ahead of time, prepare myself so that when I do that thing, I'm going to react differently this time.
That you never fully let yourself acknowledge how you were feeling and believe that it was valid. I think you spent so much time worried about others and pleasing your parents, etc., but not actually giving yourself the time to feel what you were feeling and say, I am allowed to feel this way. This is difficult, but this is normal. This is how any human would be feeling under these circumstances.
In order to heal it, you got to feel it. So you got to let yourself, it's okay and encouraged that you allow yourself to feel that sadness, that grief, and everything is valid and everything you feel is real. There's nothing that you shouldn't feel. If you're feeling it, then it's valid. Simple as that. It doesn't matter what society tells you about it. It doesn't matter what your parents tell you about it. If you're feeling it, it's real and it's valid. I understand that whole mentality that a lot of people get wrong in the whole manifestation type of law of attraction type of world, is that I don't want to feel my sadness. I don't want to feel my fear, because then I'm going to manifest more sadness and fear. But it's the very feeling and allowing yourself to be with it and move through it that changes the vibration per se. And if you are denying it and pushing it away, it's still there. It's still in your consciousness, just at a lower level under your awareness. But if you're like, all right, come on, fear, come in and let me feel you. Come on, sadness, come in and let me feel you. As you accept it and be with it, then you are putting out a vibration of acceptance and growth and change. And that's what's going to have the major impact, because by its very nature, negative thoughts and negative feelings are nowhere near as powerful as positive thoughts and positive feelings. I remember hearing this when I first learned about the law of attraction years ago, and I didn't understand it, but now it makes sense to me, because negativity is form. It's cycles, it's chaos, it's tiny little balls of frequency that get caught up, and they go in and on in each other and get smaller and smaller and denser. So they don't have a frequency that goes out very big. Whereas positivity and love is like expansive. It goes everywhere and it goes way faster.
Exactly.
Love is way far stronger than fear and hate.
That's right.
I believe it now because I can feel it now.
It doesn't matter. Like time and space don't matter. Like we come in, boom, we all relate and we all feel that, and feel that, and just everyone helping each other. It's just really neat to see. Like people wanting to love each, like caring to each other is really neat. It's just cool. It's like, yeah, it was good. I really appreciated this.
We've gone a little over 2 hours, but
this is a killer first Zoom call. I don't know
yeah.
how you pulled this one off.
I've got great people in my life. I attract nothing but the best, and there's no best, but you know what I mean.